Hey, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. Another Throwback Thursday for the brave. I will link, as always, last week's down in the comments. I can't remember what last week was, but I know I kind of went on for a bit. So I will try to keep my verbal diarrhea down to about 5. If possible, it might go a little bit longer, a little bit shorter, depending. But I will try to do that. It's Friday. It's Thursday. I wish it was Friday. But it's Thursday. If you have the weekends off, congratulations, you're almost there. Depending on how you count, you can trick yourself and say there's one more day left and kind of forget about today. Today hasn't started for me completely yet, but I would like to forget about it already and be in the weekend, although I am working part of the weekend, so I guess I would really have to trick myself on that one. But anyway, I've told lots of stories about my kids, not so many in videos yet, but I've typed a few of them out. And my daughter Maya, who you guys have heard about a lot, she said I sometimes, God, how'd she put it? She wasn't being mean, she wasn't being cruel or anything, but she said I sometimes use a few more adjectives or adverbs than necessary. And I think she was trying to get at that I might embellish things a little bit or gild the lily, as some of my more medieval friends possibly would say. And I think that is true. I don't think it changes the story or changes the tone. The conclusion is still the same. Maybe some of the details are a little bit different. But that brought me, I don't know if it brought me to a realization, but it kind of opened my eyes on something. I know when we're growing up, we hear stories at family gatherings, be it Christmas, Hanukkah, Thanksgiving, whatever celebrations people do as a family or as a group of friends. Sometimes, my glasses were falling, sorry. Sometimes a story gets told over and over and over and over again. I've got stories that I tell about my kids all the time, and they've heard them a million times. And I was wondering, and feel free to comment below, if you've heard a story so many times, does that change your perception of the story from what you remember? Because if you've heard it 80 times since you were a little kid, your memory, I assume, would kind of morph into the version of the story that you've heard over and over again. And I was trying to think back, what is my earliest memory that is not, I want to say jaded, but I know it's not the right word, that's not spoiled or polluted by family input over and over and over again. Because, like I said, at family gatherings, oh, ha, he used to sleepwalk and pee in the closet, or, oh, ha, she fed the Thanksgiving turkey to the dog one year, with all the little details thrown in. And then you start to think the version of the story you hear is how things actually happened, even though it might be a bit different. And for me, I think the earliest unpolluted story that I can remember is riding down the street on a tricycle. I'm assuming it was red because I think they only had one color tricycles back then. Buck-ass naked. I would love to say I was 3 or 4, but I was probably closer to 8, maybe even 10. I don't know. My parents were children of the 60s, so a lot of times, playing in the backyard naked was no big deal, I think, until, kind of became aware of my own body parts. And I'm assuming maybe the same with my sister, but I had no idea, and I don't even want to attempt to go there or think about any of that. But anyway, so yeah, my first earliest memory that's non-polluted by parents and relatives regurgitating it over and over again is riding down the street on a tricycle, butt-ass naked. I don't know why. I remember my mom or my aunt chasing me, and I'm not sure why they were chasing me. Because, like I said, backyard, well, maybe that's it. In the backyard, running around naked was not a big deal, and the same thing in the house. But maybe the fact that I had escaped the asylum, that could have been it. But anyway, that's my earliest memory. I would love to hear yours. Send it in a private message. Be brave and post it down below. whatever works best for you. I love you guys. Thank you much, and we'll catch you next week. Take care.